coffee?
Sorry, we're closed.
The old man's face changed instantly after hearing that.
Coffee!
The man realized these two weren't here for anything good. After the waitress brought out the lemon pie, he told her to clock out and go home like normal. What he never expected was that the kind of store robbery he'd only seen on the news would happen right in front of him. Seeing the situation,
I think you're gonna be sticking around for a while, honey.
Tom?
Don't fucking move.
he quickly said the register didn't have much cash, and they could take all of it. But even after hearing that, one of them still pulled out a handgun.
Shut up, bitch!
Seeing the defiance in the man's eyes, the old man told his partner to do something to the waitress.
Let's show this asshole we mean business.
What? Her?
Yes, hard. Do her!
The partner immediately reached toward his back waist. He was too slow, and the man struck first. At that moment, the old man pulled out a knife and stabbed the man in the foot. That completely set him off. Before long, his name and the violent counterattack were all over the headlines on every major TV channel.
One of the guys had a gun to my head, and Tom, he was amazing.
But none of it made him happy. Soon after, his wife brought more so-called good news. The newspapers put his story on the front page and praised him non-stop. They called him a rare hero in this small town. But the happier his wife was for him, the more uneasy he felt inside. When he was discharged from the hospital, a crowd was already waiting outside. Faced with the townspeople's praise, he could only force a smile and stand there. He thought it would calm down once he got home. He was wrong.
Mr. Stahl, Jenny Wyatt, WRPK News. I have a few questions for you. How did it feel when you saw the guns of those ruthless killers pointed directly at you?
How'd it feel?
Yeah.
Not very good.
After killing 2 robbers in self-defense at a diner, the man was featured on television and became something of a celebrity. But instead of enjoying the attention, he felt deeply uneasy. People kept showing up at the restaurant every day just to catch a glimpse of the real-life hero. The place was packed non-stop. Then one day, 3 men suddenly walked into the diner. Their purpose was obvious. After entering, they walked straight toward the man. They sat down at the nearest table to him.
You're the hero.
Really don't like talking about it, sir. So can I offer you gentlemen some coffee?
Sure. Give me some coffee. Make it black.
Yes, sir.
Joey.
And your friends?
They don't drink coffee. He doesn't agree with them. Joey.
It's Joey.
You are.
They called him Joey twice, which left the man confused. But they seemed absolutely certain that he was Joey. One of them tested him by saying that it was hard to find coffee this good in Philadelphia. The man replied that he had never been to Philadelphia, so he wouldn't know anything about it. At that point, the leader took off his sunglasses. Seeing that they wouldn't stop bothering him, the man told them to leave. Unexpectedly,
We really are very busy here today, as you can see. So if you gentlemen aren't going to be eating, I really should offer your seats to paying customers.
Now, we're paying customers.
I can't take this.
Shouldn't be a problem for you.
What is that supposed to mean?
the leader didn't bother to explain himself. Instead, he warned that they should leave before he pulled his gun. Otherwise, there would be a few more bodies in this diner. The man suddenly felt a chill run down his spine. A strong sense of dread rose from deep inside him. After the 3 men left, his wife walked up to the counter. She picked up the phone and called the sheriff. Before long, the sheriff caught up with the 3 men. He turned on his siren and signaled for them to pull over. The sheriff walked up to the car and asked them to show their identification. He reminded them that this was a quiet, peaceful town. Everyone here was friendly and law-abiding, so they should not cause trouble here. And they certainly should not hurt his people. In America, you can mess with the police, but you do not touch flashy, gold-wearing black guys.
Hey, what sounds you got up in there, dog? This motherfucker think I'm playing, man.
This white man was not even listening to hip-hop music, yet he was bullied by them. They started getting handsy with him. An older black man nearby could not stand it anymore. He told them to tone it down. Realizing they had been called out by one of their own, the 2 shifted their attention to the elderly black man. Right in front of his child, they began to humiliate him. The old man had no choice but to flee in embarrassment. At that moment, the 2 black men set their sights on a white girl. Seeing how pretty she was, they moved closer to her. One of them pulled out a dagger and slowly licked the blade. Then he reached toward the girl's chest. The knife sliced across her skin. But the girl was not someone to mess with. Her smooth movements showed this was not her first time fighting back. She steadied her emotions. When the subway arrived and stopped, she slowly stood up. Calm and unhurried, she walked off the train. Halfway out, she began to regret it. She was not sure if she had struck anything vital. If any of them were still alive, things could get complicated. Soon, the police arrived at the subway station. There were no witnesses. No evidence was left at the scene. The two black men already had records for theft and sexual assault. Deep down, the police were even grateful that someone had taken out the trash, so the case was quietly dropped. The girl later returned to the scene. After learning that both men were dead, she finally felt relieved and left. The woman had not always been this ruthless. Not long ago, she had been attacked by black men who tried to rape her. Her husband was beaten to death while trying to protect her. She survived, though badly injured. She bought a handgun on the black market. From that day on, she became a black killer. The man and woman were living a happy life together. They were supposed to go register their marriage the next day, but while taking an evening walk, their dog ran into a culvert under a bridge. The dog did not come out for a long time. They went down under the bridge to look for it. There, they found a young black man holding their dog. He had been abusing the dog and behaved inappropriately toward the woman. The man did not want trouble, so he handed over all the cash he had. But the attacker was not satisfied. He demanded their watch and their wedding rings. The man finally snapped. A fight broke out. When the woman later woke up,
"You had the service."
Doctors were unsure whether she would ever regain consciousness. The man's funeral had already been held.
I want to see him again. He's gone. I want to see him again. He's gone, honey.
The woman went to the police station. The police asked her to identify the suspect. But after such a long coma, she could not remember his face. Her life began to change. The happiness she once had became nothing but memories. The woman worked as a radio host. Now she struggled to pull herself together. Walking through dark hallways filled her with fear. Even seeing children skateboarding made her tremble. She returned to the police station. She wanted to know how the case was progressing.
Detective O'Connor and Detective Pitney, please.
Pitney and O'Connor are out. Can anyone else help you? Okay. What kind of case did you have?
My boyfriend was beaten to death.
I'm sorry. Do you have a complaint report number?
The police asked her to sit and wait. She waited on a bench for a long time with no news. In the end, she stood up and left the station. She went to a gun store. She wanted to buy a handgun for protection, but she did not have a gun license. The shop owner refused to sell her one. A man standing outside noticed the whole exchange. He followed her as she left.
What happened to you?
Me, nothing.
$1,000.
The woman accepted his price. They walked through an alley together. The man taught her how to use the gun. He even gave her a box of ammunition. For the first time in a long while, a smile appeared on her face. One day, while she was shopping, a man suddenly burst in. Because his ex-wife would not let him see his child, he lost control. He fired multiple shots at his ex-wife. The woman was too terrified to make a sound. At that moment, her phone rang.
Go ahead and ask you to step out of the vehicle for me.
Can I ask why, officer?
No, you may not. Step out of the car.
Two black men were drifting on the road. They were soon pulled over by a police car. Seeing that there were two black men in the vehicle, the white officer instinctively placed his hand on his waist. For safety reasons, the officer exercised his authority. He began searching the trunk of the car. Just as the contraband was about to be discovered, one of the black men stepped out and accused him of racial profiling. The white officer showed no respect or restraint.
Put your hands on your head and get on the ground now.
Are you serious?
Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground!
When the woman inside the car stepped out without permission, the officer felt surrounded by danger. He ordered the woman to place her hands on the back of the car. Instead, she reached into her jacket pocket.